Give me a second. Wow.
Bust the mix. Connections. Warm it up. Cause y'all need to know one thing about me. I am the terrorist. T-E-R-R-O-I-S, the terrorist. I'm after everybody. I am the terrorist. T-E-R-R-O-I-S, the terrorist. Full out in the automatic, rat-a-tat-a, I tat it, never rat it, it's smoke 'em, it's CS, the body's lit it, streets, paramedics, push up on the set, it's a homicide, and I did it, I bet it's a lyric deeply embedded into his head, it's connection, convulsion, conjure by motion, I said it often, it's often, like Kenny Norton, I'm tossing out from the field, you see it's the international slicer, monster slasher, Paul Lasser, section wrecking like Tekken, karate fight, rhyming, rapping, move out with special protection, my special move, my spinning glass eye rotation of words into a boomerang, retrieving the thing, deadly incision, blood-sucking vampire, that thing, show up Bay Area werewolf in London around the UK, well the wolf, howl, eat shit, and all the airway, my mango style deformed the artist, leaving his Lexus in his Lexus, with an ugly broad, smelling like Nexus, using Humexes, smoking Marlboros, AIDS infectious, weighing less than your gold necklace, she'll share the needle, I know, I'm mad addicting and sickening, that's why I keep on inflecting, and return, different human being, each ripping, terrorist, T-E-R-R-O-I-S, the terrorist, I'm after everybody, I am the terrorist, T-E-R-R-O-I-S, the terrorist, rappers pull up your pants and run, the terrorist, kinda like an acrobatic fall, move funky through the air, go attack the room and watch the crowd split apart, crack back, bust, blindside shot, you ain't seeing, but you feeling, impact object like a rock, my words rolled up in sound, tossed like Randy Johnson, heat off the mound, I'm throwing down like Westbrook, to his teammate, when he got him hand down on the ground, running around, stretching the field, deep on your corner, safety always vice protection, your shield, gets blown to smithereens, angel dust, shooter for the elephant, I scoop quick like souped up Hondas, that my partners ride, from the Philippines, what I mean, the difference between, me and these rappers, I kick it like nobody else, as I switch in between, leaving them puzzled, I dazzle and dance, moving my presence amazing, terrorist, T-E-R-R-O-I-S, the terrorist, walk that back street curve, I am the terrorist, T-E-R-R-O-I-S, the terrorist, terrible, tantalizing, intriguing, terrorist, before you start the next record. Take me to a commercial. She's an artist, he's a dentist. I'm a musician, she's an obstetrician. She does the books and he does the probate. He does construction, I'm an electrician. She's a student, she's an infant. I'm a homemaker, so I don't get paid. He's a trucker, she's an actor. We're all fools and we all get played. Did you know there was a time on this land before there was any profession? Did you know there was a time on this land before we traded freedom in for an easy life? Now all we have is tons of shiny toys and semi-voluntary servitude, and the hope that if we slave and save before we reach our grave, we'll have enough to avoid our state-run geriatric hospital. I don't wanna die alone, yeah. You don't wanna die alone, but we're all gonna die, so we're all gonna die alone. It's a natural consequence of living in a society that believes because you live in isolation, it means you're free, but it can't be. He's a painter, she's a gardener. He collects cans on the side of the freeway. She's a technician, he's a politician. He sells drugs so you know he gets paid. I'm a writer, he's a rock star. He works in prison so he don't get paid. Rich as a rocker, lawyer tells a boyfriend. We're all fools and we all get played. Did you know there was a time on this land before there was any profession? Did you know there was a time on this land before we traded freedom in for an easy life? Now all we have is tons of pretty toys and semi-voluntary servitude, and the hope that if we slave and save before we reach our grave, we'll have enough to avoid the state-run geriatric hospital. I don't wanna die alone, yeah. You don't wanna die alone, but we're all gonna die tomorrow away from home. We're all gonna die alone. It's a natural consequence of living in a society that believes because you live in isolation, it means you're free, but it can't be. Did you know there was a time on this land? Did you know there was a time on this land? Did you know there was a time on this land? the rhythm provided. Part one, moving amongst the madness. The next man, this move to your part two, moving amongst the madness. Let your body collide to the rhythm provided. Part one, I cue up and cross the faders, face evading the beats. Unique flavor, saturation of soul, I hold steady. I rock ready as drums roll, check the percussion. The next spin wreck, end of discussion. Touching tones and rotating wax, bringing it back to the break. Ain't no faking this, we making this hot. We lock the needle in the groove, manipulation of moves, bringing the dramas, laying them flares and snares on ya. Bass hits that bomb ya, reverberating and invigorating the brain. We maintain and boost the gain and shake your body right down to the brain. You hear the speaker straining, contain the creations, the salsa, the next man, a syncopation, lacing the set. We rep the intercontinental flow for your mental. So step into the center, beware of those who enter. It's madness, your thoughts get spun, your mind stunned. Part one, moving amongst the madness. The next man, this move to your part two, moving amongst the madness. Let your body collide to the rhythm provided. Part one, moving amongst the madness. The next man, this move to your part two, moving amongst the madness. Let your body collide to the rhythm provided. Part two, I breaks it down with DJ searching by loop, dissecting edits, then reforming the jam for hands in motion, causing commotion. Who puts a buzz in every speaker? The soul song with the next man sound that's bound to reach you in your urban area. Build a hysteria is ringing, got 'em ringing the alarm like tennis. Also heed the warning. Sonics be forming, rhythms they rain down the wet you and stretch the conceptions of the uses of the text and the vinyl. But Lou be dropping beats to break your spinal. While DJ Search brings it back with the name. The tables get torn, showing the style to impress. The next will fade and finesse. And all that mess. We stressing the point, coming with hot joints to hit you. The next bit, flexing the set, bound to get you. Moving amongst the madness. Part one. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. What kind of instrument is that? The turntable. Okay. That's it, Chad. Part two. It's blue. Hey, get sweated. I'll break it down. Working for the next. Join me in one final experiment. Now come on, I'm gonna show you. Part one, moving amongst the madness.
Terry Adams, I'm 18 years old. I'm sponsored by 2 Hip, Odyssey, Fightland Fuel, and that's it.
I'm Scott O'Brien, New Orleans, Louisiana, 28 years old, married, 2 kids, 2 jobs. They call me Sensei.
My name is Mickey Gaitis. Been riding for about 5.5, going on maybe 6 years. About 19 years old. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Gary Matthews, 19 years old, been riding about 2 years now.
Name is Eugene Collins. Just made 25 today. Been riding about 10 years. Started riding when I was 15. I hooked up with Mickey when I started riding. Got into it watching the movie Rad, believe it or not, 10 years after it was made. That video kind of sparked a little interest in me, and after that video, we got into it after we saw like Dark 7 and Dark 6, and after that it was on from there on out, man. And me and Mickey was looking for a sponsor. We were calling around, calling different bike shops, and we called Bike Zone, and they told us they had a rider. And we got his phone number, called him up, went out there, rode with him, and little Terry was like, "Man, y'all are awesome, man." Terry couldn't do nothing, though. And like 2 weeks we went back up there, and Terry was floating, man. That's my little prodigy. That's my son.
I'm a fireman. I put out fires for a living, and I save people's lives, like Mickey's, when his car caught on fire one day, and I was working, and 2 o'clock in the morning, pulled up, his car was on fire at a gas station, couldn't believe it was him. We get a call at 2 in the morning, he'd pull up, and there's Mickey standing by his car, it's on fire, and he's standing there with a white t-shirt on, it's like totally black, and he's like dazed. I thought he was hurt or something at first. I was kind of worried. It's hard, it really is. Sometimes it's like I'll be sitting there changing a diaper, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to ride in like 3 hours from now, and I got my hands in diapers. So it's like I have to separate the worlds, two different worlds a little bit. You know, family, job man from Flatland man. I don't mix the two. My wife's 100% supportive. I couldn't do it without her. I would not be able to ride without her. She watches the baby while I go ride, and she's behind me 100%. So there's no way I could ride without her. And she helps me balance it. And so I just kind of made it a part of our life. It's you know, it's in my life. It's part of my life, and every chance I get, I go ride.
When we started out riding, the way we would watch videos, I mean, I don't know if everybody watches videos and do this, but like if we seen somebody and came across somebody who really wasn't going off, because you know they have people who get into it just because it looks like the cool thing to do, or you know everybody's doing it. But with us, it's like, you know, we have to be original. We have to, you know, we have to blow people's mind, because that's what it's all about. You know, when we got into it, we was all sitting in a room screaming and howling, bruh. You know, and I can remember that day like it was yesterday, you know. So it's like, that's what Flatland is all about to me. You know, that's my way to make, if I can, give somebody the heightened emotion that I felt when I first started riding, you know. Pretty much, life is still complicated with, you know, trying to juggle working full time and still riding, but I'm still going at it. I don't see no end to it, you know, and no point in time soon. I don't see an end to it, period, you know. So I'll be an old man going bald, still riding, bro.
I love riding at night when nothing else is going on. You know, it's like I'm out there by myself. Especially, I like to ride in the tennis courts with gates around me. I feel like there's nothing, I'm the only one inside of there. There's nothing going on outside. And when I'm riding and at nighttime, it's just that whole vibe. I just love the vibe.
Mickey and I we have some good nights, good sessions. Mickey, I'm sitting in this chair right now because of Mickey. He pushed me so hard. Mickey's a big influence on my riding. He pushed me to be original and to go further, and showed me how to actually session. He showed me how to do it. Cause before, riding wasn't that way. He didn't go session, practice, or ride for 2-3 hours. It was totally different. And riding with him showed me how to session. I've never seen anybody ride harder than Mickey Gatos. Never. He pushes himself to a limit. It's incredible. I'll see him try a link for, I don't know, an hour, and if he doesn't get it, he won't even stop to get a drink of water until he finishes it. He will not go inside until he finishes a link. It's incredible to watch. The dude's got skills and props, man. He's a badass rider.
You know, I respect Terry. You know, he puts his heart into riding. The coverage he gets, I feel he deserves it. You know, maybe even a little bit more sometimes. But seeing him in the magazines, you know, does me good, does everybody good. It's an inspiration.
When I was 15, I started sending videos out, and I wasn't really all that great, so not a lot of people called me back, and Ron was one of the people that called me back, and ever since I've been with him.
In my opinion, I think Terry Adams is a savant, man. I'll never forget the time I went out there practicing hitchhikers, the free squeaks, and went home. And I talked to this guy, Norman, that spent the night with him. And they stayed up watching videos and went to sleep about 12 o'clock. Norman woke up about 2 o'clock and said Terry was outside practicing hitchhikers, dog. That's how determined this dude was to ride. Well, if somebody was to come in through to New Orleans, you guaranteed a good time. You know, everybody in South Riders crew, we real riders. We about riding. I mean, it's we ain't the kind of people that's going, turn you down or shun you or hate you, when we meet you or whatever. We don't do it to no riders, period. So it's going to be, you're not going to be with riders who not creative. You're going to be with people who are going to be pushing themselves as well as trying to push you at the same time. And, we want to not only see ourselves get better, but we want to see, other riders progress as well.
Cutting. Butter. cross-handed steamroll with your leg comfortably bent, you preload your bar spin by inverting your grip hand. Doing this allows for your hand to be normal once you've manipulated that 180 spin. Crouch down just a bit to preload your jump, and then do it. Jump straight up, focus on sucking your legs up. Doing this will make for some extra room to spin, and then, when you want to stick your landing, all you have to do is unsuck your legs onto the peg and tire. Timing is very important here. First, it will seem like there is a lot going on, but then give it a couple weeks. It will all seem like one easy step. Now try it back to back. Accuracy is very important here. Being exactly over top of the spot, right over the handlebars. With no hesitation, jump up a little bit, suck your leg up. Attach your leg back down to the peg and stabilize using bars and seat and maybe your balancing leg if you need to. You are doing a cross-handed thing, but this time we're going to revolve the other way. As always, your leg on the peg should be comfortably bent as you preload for that jump and switch. Here, I've landed in the switch-footed elephant glide scuffing position. Landing in this trick and scuffing through it will help you correct any mistakes you may be doing at first. For sure, you're going to need a bit more speed, and most definitely accuracy. Being right over your sweet spot is the only way to make that full clockwise 180 spin. Start out with your grip hand facing normal. Jump straight up, remembering to suck your legs up as you in one motion follow through with a really quick half bar spin. You try and keep that same line that you started with. Most of the control in this trick will come from your seat and the way you hold your handlebars. Just like before, you should preload your hand inverted. Jump straight up, focus on a very quick spin. The faster your bar spin is for this, the less speed you will lose. Carving your fakie steamroller in a circular direction will help the spin go a little bit smoother and a little bit faster.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style.
One, two, three.